I'm 32 years old. If I could go back and advise my 20-year-old self, these are the 10 things I would tell him. Don't believe in everything you think. What if I tell you your thoughts are not even yours? Every thought you have germinates from the memory of everything you have seen and heard around you since childhood. You cannot think of something that is not in your experience. You can speculate, but it will still fall back to more or less the same structure of the known and familiar, which means your perspective is mostly biased. Your decisions are biased without you even consciously realizing it. So don't be so absolute about anything in life, because nothing really is. Be open-minded, be more accepting, be more welcoming, be more adventurous. There's nothing like a perfect way to be or to do something. Perfection is a myth. There's your way and there are 1,000 other ways to do the same thing. The more open you are to newness, more you learn about the world and more you accept the world. But more you reject the differences, more you alienate yourself from the rest of the world. Our effort as a human being must be to live in unison, not divided. Read more books. After completing 12 years of school and then 3 years of college, no one wants to pick up a book again. Sounds like I'm talking about you, isn't it? Why should you read books? Reading increases the horizons of your mind. Let me explain. We are limited in our own thoughts, and everything we think is what we have inherited from our parents, society, and our culture. So if you want to expand your experience and see the world through a different lens, from a non-biased lens, then reading books is the greatest activity one should indulge in. Think about it. A person who lived for say 60, 70, 80 years have written down his entire life experiences in a 200 pages book. So basically you get a 70 years of wisdom by reading just 200 pages. How amazing is that? What took a person 70 years to learn, you can now learn it now in just few hours. What an absolute life hack, isn't it? See, I was an avid reader. As a kid, I used to read those kids' magazines all the time. Fascinating stories, novels, poetry, comics, riddles, puzzles, and whatnot. Those books were very, very addictive at that time, and I used to read them constantly while eating my lunch or dinner, while going to sleep, while doing homework as well. So this behavior says one thing for sure, that I did like to read books. Reading itself was never a problem for me. Now, what exactly happened after 10 years that I didn't want to pick up a book again? Or even if I did, it really felt difficult to sit with it. It was almost impossible to even finish one page, let alone a complete book. Now, that's a drastic change. Complete 180 from the way it was when I was a kid. What really changed? Well, the boring textbooks that we were forced to read in school, the boring homework we had to do every day, the boring lectures we had to pay attention to in the class. Your mind has started associating boredom with books. If you are exposed to something constantly for more than a decade long, human mind starts associating identity with the situation itself. And only by being aware of it is how we can save ourselves from not getting consumed in that misery. Now that you are in your 20s, you feel that sense of immense boredom and reluctance while picking up a book. How can you even read? And even if you force yourself to read, would you be able to retain anything at all? Or are you just reading a bunch of words from the book? See, over here, the formation of habit is more important than what you read initially. Once you're in the habit, you can sit with any book, like a person who is health conscious. Could either go for a walk or run, could go for a swim, could play cricket, soccer, tennis, could even hit the gym. The point is fitness, and once you are in the habit of fitness, you will choose whatever you can just to keep your body moving. Now, same with reading. You have to retrain your brain to start liking to read again, to develop new habits. And that only happens by deciding on a clear goal and boring repetition in the beginning, until your brain starts associating with the habit again. It may take time, but it's absolutely possible and becomes little easy to pursue if you understand the actual cause. Now, as you become more aware, you can now work on fixing your mind with clarity and conviction. Learn personal finance. I never even heard of the term personal finance until just a few years ago. But what does it mean? And why is it so important for you to learn? The art of managing money is called personal finance. I never thought about managing money until I heard about it on the internet a few years ago. I used to be nothing different than everyone else, where I earn and spend and hardly keep anything saved aside. From the time of a child being born till death, in each and every aspect of your life and beyond, whether directly or indirectly, your life path and the quality of your lifestyle is ruled by money itself. Yes, paper. Can you imagine? I know you know this, but it's just that no one ever pointed it out for you to see it clearly how it is. So you never paid much attention to the root cause itself. See, there are 5 core pillars of personal finance that you need to master. Number 1 is earning, number 2 is cash flow, number 3 is spending, number 4 is saving, borrowing, and number 5, protecting. If you can master these 5 things, you will be financially in a good place in life no matter how much you earn every month. Yes, I said it. Personal finance matters more than your monthly income, and yet no one talks about it. It's time we change that. Don't listen to people. As a young kid, I used to think that adults are smart and better people that I must become one day. Now that I am grown up, I see that everyone is retarded. I wonder how the world is even running with such people in power. I tell you this today and you listen well. Nobody has figured out life. No one has a formula for success, and there's no instruction manual to pivot through life. You find out as you move along. Like a river, you must flow and never stay stuck at one place. Stagnation is death. Moving ahead is life. Do not let your past decide your present. You can always change, always switch it up. All you need to do is take the step forward. Never listen to the naysayers. When someone tells you that you cannot do something, it's basically their limitation which they are inhibited by. That doesn't have to be your reality. You must take your chances. Something may seem impossible to someone but may not be impossible for you. But when you listen to them, they will infect you with their excuses, negativity and limiting beliefs which can hinder you from going for your dreams. They are screwed up themselves and they ensure to screw you up as well. Don't let that happen. If you want to do something in life, just do it. Start wherever you are, use what you have, do what you can, but do it. In the end, we only regret the chances we didn't take. It may not make any sense to others, and it shouldn't. It's your dream, not theirs. You must take your chances. Get a job for experience, but not to settle down. John Davison Rockefeller, an American businessman born in 1839, became the world's first billionaire by around the year of 1916. $1 billion in 1916 is equivalent to somewhere around $35 billion in today's date, approximately. You can imagine how powerful and influential he must have been at his time. He famously said once, "I don't want a nation of thinkers, I want a nation of workers." He even funded the General Education Board, which standardized the American public school system to prioritize vocational training and disciplined workforce. So the modern school system that we know of today was primarily his idea, and the foundation was built by him, which has of course evolved into more sophisticated system today. The point I'm trying to make is that academic education in itself has very little to do with you being educated and wise, but it's more to train you and discipline you to become a good, capable employee. Schools and colleges are basically factories to generate workers. Once you are aware of the truth, you will look at education in a very different way. Then you can actually use it to your advantage instead of getting consumed by it to the market's advantage. See, while growing up, I was always told that I need to be a big man, I have to be successful, I have to show everyone how special, how invaluable I am. Today, as a grown-up adult, I feel those are really some bogus advice you can give to a child. The constant subconscious pressure to be successful, to be the best, is not good for a child's mental well-being, is what I think. Well, working at a job is absolutely fine initially for a few years to gain experience, but one must have something on the side of his own going on. It doesn't have to be a huge business, but something of your passion, maybe something that you like or something that you can do, which can be monetized. You must never depend on one source of income. Just so you know, an average millionaire has 7 sources of income. Working at a job has no security. You're always replaceable, always at the mercy of your bosses. And now, coming the age of AI, you already know all the mass layoffs that are happening across the globe. AI is not going anywhere, so you better buckle up now and fix your mind and perspectives first. I always advise people to start their own YouTube channel, and it's one of the easiest and most economical way of starting a side business. In this digital era, you are either a consumer or a creator. Don't just sit on the sidelines and see everyone else progress. Own a piece of your digital estate. Build something meaningful which can be monetized, which can be turned into a business. You can code and build website and apps. If you don't know coding, write a book or start a business. If you can't do either, get better at talking. Read books. Help people by talking. It's like an unconscious therapy. Words act like magic. They have power to heal. Start your own podcast maybe. Teach people about something that you know or you are learning about. There are hundreds of ways to build something meaningful today. But first, you have to stop thinking like an employee. That's the actual trick. Nothing is ever free. Everything in life is a trade-off. You would probably nod your head in agreement, but you won't understand it completely until you have been through it yourself. Yes, this is one such weird thing about life, and you should definitely know. If you aim to become successful at whatever you want in life, you will find that you are losing people, your friends and family getting left behind in the journey. If you fail at something, there will always be a lesson to learn as well. Universe always ensures to maintain the balance. See, I started working since 2013. I was only 19. At the age of 23, that is in 2017, I decided to leave my hometown and move to another part of the country. And you know what's interesting? I didn't even inform my parents while confirming the train tickets a month before I left. I thought they would talk me into not leaving, right? And I wanted to avoid that conversation at all costs. I didn't realize that I was just trading time for a paycheck, literally a piece of paper. Meanwhile, in 2018, I lost my best friend in a road accident. I couldn't return to see him for one last time either. Returned home once in 2019 for a week and then again went back to the grind. Now in 2020, COVID hit, and the following year in 2021, I lost my father. I couldn't be there during his final moments either. I didn't see him over two and a half years since 2019. I'm not the kind of person who has many regrets in life, but these two are the only ones, irreversible ones, that still haunts me, still eats me up, even today. But I wanted a better job, better lifestyle, but at what cost? What for? Everything that mattered was shattered and there was nothing left. My friend, my well-wisher, my beloved father. The regret of not being able to spend more time, the regret of going away. Everything comes at a cost, trust me. The best math you can learn in life is calculating the future results of your current actions. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't leave your home and you should not strive for a better life. No, I'm not saying that at all. But I'm telling you to be aware of the consequences of your actions. My intention is that you take an informed decision. Do not let your ambition blind you to the fact that the people you are doing it all for won't wait around forever for you to make it. Travel at least once a year, if not more. There's a saying, you will never regret the trip you took, only the one you didn't. In today's day and age, sitting behind a computer screen in an AC room and calling it a good life has become normal, right? But is it really? Humans are not supposed to live like this, day after day, month after month, year after year. This is also one of the major reasons why there's so much sickness, both in body and mind. You need to get out there in the world and explore. When you stay in one place, your world shrinks to the size of your daily routine. You start thinking your small town problems or your office politics are the center of the universe. but they aren't. There's a lot going on around the globe which you are completely unaware of. Travel is the best ultimate cure for the biased mind. Only by traveling the world is how you can actually come out of this bubble of self-centricity. When you go to a place where no one knows your name, where the food smells different and the culture is different, you are forced to wake up and learn about a new world. You realize that your way of living is just one way, not the only way. It's not about luxury hotels or Instagram pictures, but it's about figuring out an unknown location in another state or another country in the language you don't speak. Now that builds a kind of confidence no textbook can ever teach you. Seeing how people live with less or differently than you can shatter your ego. Don't wait until you have enough money. You will never feel like you have enough. Pack a bag, take a train, go to the next state or fly across the ocean. Just travel. Only more people traveled, the world would be a more peaceful place. Being selfish is a good thing. Now, I don't say this in a negative way. When I was a kid, I was in fact taught the opposite. To be selfless, to help people in need, to be kind and generous. I'm not against it, but there's a huge flaw that I have realized while growing up, and I wanted to address that today, which hardly anyone is talking about. See, the case I'm trying to make is that be there for yourself before anyone. If you can't help yourself, you can't help others. Like in the flight, you must have heard the emergency briefing where the air hostess would instruct you to put on your oxygen mask first before helping others. So you have to be in the position to help other people. If you're not, then no matter how much you want, you would not be able to. Your friends would ask you out to party in the weekends. Well, there's nothing wrong with it once in a while, but you need to prioritize how you are designing your future life to be. You have to learn to say no to many to be able to do anything meaningful. If you spend your 20s living for everyone else's expectations, you will enter your 30s filled with resentment. You will look around and realize that while you were busy being the nice guy, everyone else was moving forward with their own agenda in life. Do not sacrifice your potential on the altar of other people's opinions. They won't be there to pay your bills or fix your regrets 10 years from now. Solidify the ground under your feet first, then and only then will you have the strength to truly lift others up. Work on your health. In our 20s, we feel like we are invincible. We are bursting with immense energy that is most often taken for granted. We trade sleep for work, eat fast food every day for convenience and in the name of enjoyment. You need to understand that this energy you feel today, it's not going to be there forever. It's fleeting. Time never stops for anyone. By the time you enter your 30s, you will start noticing that dip in your energy slowly. How you have treated your body in your 20s will be very much visible in your 30s. See, I always wanted to have a fit and healthy body, but that was mere talk. There was no accountability, no action from my end. Only now I realized that I have waited too long. I always kept telling myself, next month, I'll start next year. But as you know, tomorrow never comes. It's always today, in the moment that we are alive. Your body is the most expensive real estate that you own. If you don't have your body, you do not have anything. No matter how much money you make, how materially successful you may become, nothing will be of any value if you do not have a healthy body to enjoy your life. Say, for an example, I give you $1 million today. Would you take it? You might say yes. Even I would say yes if someone was giving away $1 million. But what if there's a condition? You won't see tomorrow's sun. Do you still want $1 million? That's a hard no, right? So it means that your health, your life is still most valuable above million or billions of dollars. Then why not take care of it? Why abuse it every Saturday night? Choose your life partner wisely. While selecting a life partner, you're basically choosing a roommate, a travel buddy, a co-parent, a best friend, a business partner, a therapist, a person who you can go to war with, right? So automatically it becomes the most crucial decision that you will ever have to make in life. And you can't afford to mess it up at any cost. Because believe it or not, but one wrong person can completely ruin your life. But how do we choose the right person? The concept of a right person is largely a romantic illusion. Before you try to find the right person, first look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I the right person? It could be very much possible that you are not. There is no individual perfectly designed by God for you. Instead of seeking someone to complete you, you should focus more on making your own life experience pleasant by yourself. When you are genuinely wonderful on your own, you naturally attract better people, better relationships, better opportunities in life, better everything actually. Now, relationships are formed for various kind of needs: physical needs, emotional needs, psychological needs, financial needs. So when you approach a relationship needing something, you are like a beggar, begging to make you happy, begging to satisfy you, begging for financial assistance. So you're not free to choose for yourself. You have to accept whatever comes your way. Now, people always make the mistake of expecting their partner to be the reason for their happiness and fulfillment. That's a disastrous mindset. No one can take the responsibility of your happiness and well-being. Only you have to do that for yourself. No one can. Your partner can either be your greatest asset or your biggest liability in life. They can either propel you or weigh you down. Now, there's no proven formula as such that can be applied to filter out the right person, but there are a few things that you can certainly do to make a better choice. Most people around the world have no clarity, zero standards of what is acceptable and what is not. Right? Even I didn't have any, but now I know better. People mostly fall in love with the face and the body, but the physical attraction fades away after a while, and there's nothing much left to offer or to get from that relationship after that. Like in a job, companies look for certain criteria when hiring a person, right? Why do they do that? In the hope that the employee they are hiring will be a better fit for the particular job that they are hiring for, right? Similarly, having some standards is all I would tell you. I'm not asking you to go around interviewing people on your dates. No, I'm not asking you to do that. But be clear about certain things which are absolutely non-negotiable for you. Like the person must be of a good character, kind. The person must be respectful to others. Your values and future goals must find a common ground or align with each other to a greater extent, if not completely. Here are some questions you can always ask yourself to have more clarity. If someone told you that you are very much like your partner, would you take that as a compliment? Are you able to be your true self around your partner? Or are you putting up a facade in front of them? And lastly, would you want your future child to date someone like the person you are dating right now? If the answer is no, you know what to do. If you're already dating someone or thinking to commit to someone, my genuine suggestion is this: don't just focus on the person's current situation. Look at their mindset, look at their goals, look at what they think about, what they talk about, what are they obsessed with, what are they trying to do, what are they trying to build, what do they want to be in life. Look at the future possibility of that person, because trust me, the wise thing to do is to pay attention to who they could become, not what they are right now. I'll leave you with one quote that completely changed how I go about looking for a partner for myself. This is addressed toward men but goes both ways. Always remember, you're not just choosing a girlfriend or a wife, you're also choosing your child's mother.